What's up, everyone? How y'all doing? It's the final hour. At least here in Colorado. Coming to a close for my 36th birthday. So part of this is for documentation purposes. Just so later on when I look at this, I'm like, bitch, you did that. Today's highlights. Starting a club on Clubhouse at midnight and people actually showing up to party with me. So I'm literally been partying all day long. Watching Facebook memories, getting in touch with my old self and just really realizing like I have come a long way from whence I used to be, and I used to think so differently, and I don't think the same at all anymore. Some of the things about me, like my personality and my essence, and that's still the same, but my mind and how I function and the things that I'm into, those have changed for sure. What else? Today's highlights. I really felt a tussle between like my old self and my new self, and my old self was really trying to be like, yo, we do this, we go out and party and we go crazy and da-da-da. My new self is kind of just like, it's not that we couldn't go out and party and crazy and da-da-da, but it's not even that. It was just a different agenda. That's what it was. It was like, I wanted to do that, but I had to look at my reality, and I'm like, this is just not the setting for it. So if I want to do that, I have to create the setting for it. And I really feel like that's the beauty for me personally of living in Colorado, is the fact that I literally get to create my life from scratch, as if I'm baking a cake from scratch. Like, there's nothing but an idea, and you have to figure out even where to get their ingredients from. You have to figure out even what the ingredients are going to be, you know? And so it's definitely been a process. I cried a bunch today. I had a lot of moments where I was just like, yo, this is ridiculous. And then I had a lot of moments, so I was like, yeah, I'm feeling this 36 energy. Like, let's go, let's go. You feel me? And so, and then it was that, you know, every year for my birthday, I have a theme. And I have a theme for myself because I feel like my theme is really my mantra, kind of like the thing that's in the back of my mind, that when I'm making decisions on how to navigate my life, this is like cuts through all the cheese and gets us to the point of clarity. And for me, that is the theme. So last year's theme was magic because I was 38 or 35. So 5 and 3. 5 and 3 is 8. So that's 8 magic. There we go. So it was my magic year. So I was really focused on working my magic, finding out what is my magic. You know what I mean? Like, that was what was going on in my mind the whole time. I mean, even up until the last, like, moment. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to even work my magic up until now. Like, all right, now that I really know what it is and I'm working it, you know, and not that I didn't know about what it was before, but it's like on a whole new level now, or it's like new things that have been integrated, so now I have to rework the magic to involve the new stuff. Like, that's really what it is. So now that I'm 36, that's 3, that's 6, that's 9, right? 9 is supposedly the number of completion, but I feel like there's some other energy that 9 brings. I'm going to look it up real quick so I can share with you. Oh, and I missed 8:11 again. I meant to take a picture of my phone at 8:11 this morning, and I didn't even think about it. And then I was like, oh, I should have done it this morning. So I'll do it at 8:11 tonight. Didn't do it. Or was it meant to be? Alright, so we are looking up 11. I don't think we're looking up 11. I forgot what I was gonna look up, so I'm gonna leave my phone right there until I figure it out. But 9, number of completion. 9. Okay. It's right. In 9, the number of in numerology, the number 9 represents completion as it's the last number. No, that's not what it says. As it's the last of the single digit numbers, which are known as cardinal numbers in numerology, and the highest in value. The highest in value. That said, it symbolically represents a culmination of wisdom and experience, and buzzes with the energy of both endings and new beginnings. So yes, it's weird because I feel like whatever I'm experiencing in my 36 energy is going to be similar to what I'm going to be experiencing in my 39 energy. So I feel like this energy is preparing me for what it's going to be like to transition into being 40, which is really going to be just a whole another lifestyle completely. And so I have kind of like this new 20s energy at the same time, coming to a head. So because I'm 36, I'm heading closer to 40 now. I'm about to be 40. So some people would be like, they would just be like, yo, I'm 40. And they would just start getting their mind ready for the fact that they 40, they 40, they 40, they 40. You know what I mean? So when you're 40, people start treating you different because, oh, you 40 now. Oh, you 40. Oh, you 40. You know what I mean? So they start doing that 40 thing. And so now, but I'm like, but I'm still 36, the same way that 20-year-olds are like, boy, I'm not 30 yet, I'm still 29. Like, let me hold on to my little 20. Like, I already feel the 30, but let me just hold on to my little 29. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 4 years, is holding on to my little 30 years. 30-year-old self, because she was cute. She was super cute, but I'm sure 40 is going to be fierce and fabulous. Like, anyway. So that's what was 9, but I felt like there was more information on 9 that I wanted to bring to the table. So 9 is a powerful number with its strength established in its strong affinity for spiritual enlightenment. It is also the strongest number with special traits that allow it to retain its form when multiplied or reduced by another number. Number 9 is a symbol of completeness of God and also a symbol of finality. So what I suspect for myself for this year is completion. Basically, I have all these projects that I have been working on for the past 10 to 15, some 20 years. And a lot of those projects are going to come to a head in this year. So that by the time I turn 37 next year, I'll be back at the 1. 3 and 7 is 10, which is 1, and I'll be back at the magician phase. So I'll be back wielding my wand, but not just that. Let's look at 37 real quick. The number 37 is self-determination. Is self-determined and creative. It's also a do-it-yourself kind of number. It's a highly independent and creative number. 37 enjoys finding and exploring entirely new things, ideas, locations, and methods, okay? And so I'm already prepping myself up for that energy during this year. So I'm going to be completing out this year, ending relationships with people that I'm just like, you know what? I have dug the time that we have spent together. However, I'm moving on to some brand new things, so I really don't see you being a part of that. And peace out. Or I do see you being a part of that, but there's gonna have to be some adjustments. So let's talk about what those adjustments are gonna be, and let's move forward. So boom. Those are like kind of the two options that I'm going to be faced with during this year. And I'm going to be having, I feel like this is going to be a year of a lot of communication, a lot of meetings with people, a lot of sitting down and hashing out particular details about specific plans, about things that people really want to bring into fruition. And it's going to come down to dealing with heart-centered activities, right? Because when you're dealing with entrepreneurs or artists or people who are realistically trying to get things done, and they put their heart and soul and passion into it, and depending on how deep their belief is in what it is that they're trying to bring to the table, they can't really rock with people who don't feel as deeply about what it is that they're trying to bring forth to the table as they do about what it is that they're trying to bring forth to the table. And that's where it becomes tricky, because you were with just yourself when you came up with that energy. So you don't know if that person even has the capability of having that amount of passion. And then if they do, is it going to be for the thing that you also have your passion for? So it is tricky. It is challenging. It is time consuming, and it can get exhausting, and it could be potentially discouraging. However, if you do actually feel that deeply and that fervently about whatever it is that you feel that deeply and fervently about, then there has to be a space in your mind where you have to know that you are not the only one that feels that way specifically. And if you, once you tap into that depth of your feeling, you'll be able to navigate yourself in that world and see the other people who actually vibrate with you on that level. And then you can connect with those people who vibrate with you on that level. And then you can have a conversation with them on that level about the specific thing that it is that you want to do. But at least you alleviate yourself from having conversations with people who are not even vibrating on that level. So let's get to the level. Let's first get to the level, see who's at the level, and then let's start having the conversations. And then if you find there's literally only one person there who's having the conversation, it's like, well, then let's talk. And then if your faith in, God or your higher being is as fervent as the belief that you have for whatever it is that you're trying to bring forth, then I feel like they're working together, and they decided that, yeah, y'all should be doing this thing, and let's make it happen. So this what we finna do. So with all that said, as I close out my projects and things that I have been working on since, honestly, I know my whole life, I will now have the time and the energy and the releasement to actually be in the public eye and actually go out to places and actually talk to people and actually have a conversation, actually have a couple of drinks, and actually have dinner with people. Like, I actually have time for that now. I didn't have time for that before because I was so busy, and people would be like, what are you so busy doing? And I'm like, I have like a gazillion, gazillion projects that I have been working on for my whole life, honestly. And some of them I'm still going to be working on even as I'm releasing this portion, but I'm at a point where it's like, all right, I'm going to give you this, and this will give me some. Now that you've got that, y'all can get off my back for a minute and chill. Now you can have the food and medicine that you need, and consume it and relax. And I just want to take care of myself. I'm tired of y'all. Get them out. I've been taking care of people my whole fucking life. God knows. God knows I've been taking care of people my whole fucking life since I fucking got here, you know? And it's my time now. It's my time to just receive and relax and, you know, live in abundance, you know? Like, that is what's really about to happen. For those of you who made it to this portion of the video, good job for you. But that's what's really about to happen. I've been working since I was 7, literally. Training since I was 2, 1 in the womb, honestly. And I got here, did my thing, blah, blah. And now I'm fucking exhausted. My body is tired. I really do try to make my life seem more than it is. Because in my mind, it's all about my mental health. If I make my life seem more than it is, then my brain doesn't explode. And when I start to deal with the reality of my life, that's when my brain starts to explode. And so, you know, my whole life has been sort of a euphemism. It's kind of crazy, but I'm gonna take 2 minutes to be real with y'all. And, you know, my ass hurts. Like, my literal ass. I want to bust a myth about big butts. I really do. Because there are people out there who have seen my booty. And they have seen it throughout the years. They have seen it be rotund and very muscular and firm. They have seen it be a little bit larger and obviously that freshman 15 type energy. They have seen it be even comparatively ginormous, because even at that point I had gained even more weight. And then some people have seen it be like, where is it? What happened to it? Where did it go? We miss it. The we miss it part was my favorite. Because I was like, that bitch is gone. I can chill now. I can live my life. And ain't nobody checking for me because they not all up on my booty. So, the myth that I have to bust about the booty has been from personal experience and having experienced several sizes of the booty. And I will tell you this. It didn't matter if it was big or small, no matter how large or small it got. Sitting on the fucking floor has always been fucking uncomfortable. Because you don't sit on the ass, you sit on muscle. So if you don't have muscle to sit on, the fat just goes to the side and you're sitting on your bone. I cannot tell you how many times people really thought that, oh, you should be comfortable. You got that big old ass to sit on. No. I cannot tell you how many times I've sat on a motherfucking floor and I could feel myself sitting on my own bones. And I was perplexed because I'm like, I got all this booty. What is it for if not to sit comfortably on the floor? No, I'm looking at my butt sitting on the side of me. while I'm sitting on my bones. And I say all of this to say now that I'm living in this space where it's 126 square feet. I'm grateful for the fact that I have a roof over my head. Honestly, I am, because if you have been following me, you already know what's up. But to keep up with appearances that I'm working in an office space, I don't have bedroom materials in here. There's no vanity. There's barely a mirror. I just got one a month ago, and it's a small one just for my face, but there's no full-length mirror. I cannot see myself from head to toe. Nowhere, unless I'm looking in reflection. I have to leave my office and go down to some other office and look at myself outside through the reflection of the window. And I sleep on the floor. Not on a yoga mat, not with a sleeping bag, not anything like that. Just straight on the floor on a couple of rugs with some blankets and some pillows. I just threw away some pillows that I got in October because they had died, because I had used them for both headrest and body rest and everything, and they weren't designed for that, so I tossed them. But yeah, so my body is physically actually falling apart at the moment, but at the same time, it's not. It's weird. It's like I have space within myself. Like I feel actually more limber, and like I have movement within myself. Like that's what it was. I feel like before I felt restricted within myself, but now I feel like I have movement within myself, and I'm like, ooh, I have more space here, I have more space here, I have more space here, and it's cool. So, but I can still get out and walk. Like, don't get me wrong, I still go out and do my walks. I still go out. I can get to the grocery store. I can get to, my little wee shot dispensary, whatever. I still get to the lake. I still do stuff. I still, I could do stuff, but I still dance around my little space and everything like that. But I do feel the difference. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, okay, I'm with it. I feel the space. No. I just have to let that go. Got to talk about it, let it go, and then we move on. So right now I'm sitting on a couple of pillows, and later on when I go to sleep, they're going to become my head pillows. I looked on IKEA to order bedroom materials to try to make it look like officey / I still live here type-ish, so it's been a challenge. But whatever, you know what? Things are coming. I'm not rushing no process. I'm not doing anything. I trust the process. I trust that I need to go through this in order to build myself up to where I want to be and be the type of individual that I want to be. And I saw myself as this very well put together, tightly fitted, muscular individual who also still has some soft and dainty sides to myself, because I don't want to be like so hardcore, but I also don't want to be like a fucking dandelion in the wind. Like, I don't. So that's the balance that I'm kind of, excuse me, I'm kind of playing with. And yeah, that's my life. I feel like this. I feel like even though since 2017 my life has been kind of crazy, I could have ran up the escalator or found an elevator or even a jet plane or a helicopter or whatever and been out of the situation in the nick of time, honestly. But that wouldn't, for my spiritual growth, that would have been detrimental. I wouldn't have learned anything. It would have been like getting cliff notes to life. And you can't be an effective leader or an impactful leader or a leader that is speaking from a place of knowledge, of knowing, of truth, without having experienced it and walked it and done it. So, yeah, I could have taken the cliff notes. But I was like, you know what? Give me the textbook. Give me the worksheets. Give me the extra credit. Give me all the additional resources. Give me the support groups. Give me the cheerleader rally. Give me all of that. Give me all the things. Because I don't want the cliff notes to life. How dare I? How dare I? How dare I ask God or the Creator to create me and then give me some cliff notes? Like, I want to do live, but I don't really want to do live. Like, what? You don't really want to do live? What? Nah. My approach to life has been Halle Berry's approach to being a crackhead for that role. Like, she was never a crackhead, but she's like, you know what? I'm going to immerse myself in this so I could really know. Because if I really care that much about my craft and I want to deliver a real performance, then that's what I got to do. And most people want the glory, but they don't want to do the thing that I got to get to do. And I'm like, nah, I want the glory. So let me do the thing that I got to do so I can get that glory. Get that glory. But I gotta go. I gotta pee. Y'all see it in my face, right? I gotta pee. I'm like, I've been drinking. I just started, but I haven't peed yet all day. So I'm gonna go. But I love y'all. Thank you for sharing my last hour of my birthday with me. Catching the replay if you did. And yeah, 36 is about to be awesome. I'm excited. Because I like finishing. It's going to be like... 36 is going to be very much... Let me sit back, relax, and... Cheers to another deal closed. Cheers to another deal closed. Cheers to another yes to a proposal. Cheers to another deposit in my bank account or all my accounts. My love account, my impact account, my being account. Right? My energy account. All of that. All of that. Shift focus, shift results. Alright, I gotta go. But I love y'all, and I love me. And I love me like I love y'all. And I love y'all like I love me. And so, I hope you're feeling the love, baby. And if I'm doing my job right, if I'm doing everything correctly, then you should be elevating. If I'm doing everything correctly, then you should be seeing prosperity in your life. If I'm doing everything correctly, then you should be seeing changes that are positively impacting your life, and you may be resisting it, but you know it's for your highest good. And if I'm not, let me know. But if I am, let me know. And on that note, I am going to go. Thank you all for a blessed bringing in of the 36. It was so much better than 35, I have to say. But I understand why I need to bring in 35 the way I did for what 35 needs to be. And so I honor it. And I bless it, and I send it on its way. And we welcome in 36 and we embrace it. And on to the next.